Hello everyone, this is Highlander doing another MTG custom Magic card review. Here we're reviewing a card called Surge of Aggression. This is by cadstar369, and this is part of his cycle of 4-color commander sorceries. We've already reviewed Thorns of Altruism and Glimmer of Chaos, so if you haven't seen those reviews, you should probably watch those first. But let's take a look at this one. So this is a black, red, green, white card, so no blue. I guess blue is the only color that can't be aggressive. Um, so let's see what we got here. Choose two. Target creature gets plus X minus X until end of turn, where X is its power. Okay. That's interesting. I like that. Goad each creature target player controls. So goad means what? They have to attack you, is that right? Goad is like a commander-only term. And if you don't know this, I'm not really a commander player, so... Until your next turn, those creatures attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. Okay. So let me digest this here. Agitator Ant, come on. Until your next turn, those creatures attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. Okay. Goad each creature target player controls. Okay. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Yeah, that's pretty good. Creatures you control gain double strike and vigilance until end of turn. Okay. So, first of all, I have to say I like this card. So this card does not have the issue that Glimmer of Chaos does, which is each color has a mode, right? Or and that doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but like every color should be represented within the modes, if that makes sense. So here we've got this is kind of a black effect. I mean, this is an interest. It's not entirely black, but it's black enough. This is actually very interesting, right? Plus X minus X, where X is its power. Like this is pretty cool because you could use it as a removal spell if the creature has power equal to its toughness or greater power. But if you have a creature with less power than its toughness, you could buff it, and then you can also give it like +1/+1 and trample. But that would have to be a really like that would have to be like a 1/7 or something, right? Like, yeah. And then you're still gonna lose the creature generally if it attacks, right? So this is cute because I haven't seen this really before, but I don't know how useful it is outside of being a removal spell. Unless your goal was just to make it so that you can only kill high-powered creatures. Um, and I kind of get it, right? Like the creature's being aggressive, so it's like, it's going berserk, so it gets like a reduction in defense or whatever. But I think most of the time this is going to be a removal spell. And sometimes you'll be sad because it can't remove something. The goad here, that's the sort of the red mode. Ooh, these are also in order. Nice. I don't know how good this is. I mean, you're telling your opponent, or you're making an opponent attack somebody else. They get the choice of who to attack. It's not going to be you and Commander. So this mode is really like there are some times where this mode will be a board wipe because they have to attack. Like everybody's got a big wall up, right? And they have to attack. But wait, when you do this, I think you get to pick which creature goes where, right? So the player who's doing this still gets to make the best possible attack for them. Yeah, it feels difficult to get value out of this. I mean, you're probably going to kill some creatures for sure, right? I mean, they're going to have, 1/1s, 2/2s, whatever. But they're also going to have, like, titans and, giant things, mere battle spheres, all big things. So, hard to say how much value you can get out of this. Very, very board state specific. I think this is kind of a very special case mode that you're not going to be using very often. These two modes, on the other hand, are nuts. So you can give all creatures you control +1/+1 and trample, and give them double strike and vigilance. This combination is just like very strong. I mean, you obviously need to have a board, right? But yeah, I mean, this is basically what you're doing with this card 90% of the time, right? Is you're just going to overrun them. There's sort of this removal mode too, but like, I mean, what else are you combining that with? I mean, I guess you can remove something and give your stuff trample if there's like some sort of a blocker in the way. Like I already mentioned, I mean, you can make a creature big and give it +1/+1 and trample, but that seems just worse than these two effects, because even with like a single creature, if you give +1/+1 and trample and double strike, they're probably dealing more damage than this, right? So like, this is cute, but I don't know if I'm sold on this. It seems more like a conditional removal spell, and maybe that was your intention, but I wish I had a little. I don't know. I really want this to be interesting, but with these other modes, it most of the time it's just a conditional removal spell, and the goat is sort of not the best mode, and that's fine. Again, not every mode has to be powerful, but I would say this card is the best of the three we've seen. Again, I wish there were more combinations of modes that were interesting, because right now it seems like, okay, this is like the base mode, right? You're just gonna be doing this and just killing stuff. If you happen to not have a board, then I mean, you'll remove something and you'll go to player, and you'll get some value out of that, but it's certainly not as powerful as this. So yeah, I mean, I'll give Surge of Aggression a let's see. This one's between a 3 and a 4. I think I have to give this one another 3 out of 5. And 3 out of 5s are totally fine, right? 3 out of 5s are like fine Magic cards. It's just there's nothing here that I find like very interesting, very exciting, like particularly unique. I mean, this is kind of unique, but I think in practice it doesn't really end up being that unique. It's really more just like anyway, I already talked about that a million times. So yeah, okay, I'll give this card a 3 out of 5. I do like the card. It's my favorite of the three so far, and we'll take a look at the other ones as well. So thank you for watching.